and welcome to the Wednesday, March 24th edition of the Islandstats Sports Brief. I'm Earl Baisden. Bermuda's long-awaited kickoff of the World Cup qualifications takes place on Thursday with their match against Canada that will go a long way towards determining who makes the final round. The Bermuda Football Association announced the 23-player roster that will represent Bermuda for the first round of the CONCACAF World Cup qualifiers match in Florida. But it was coach Kyle Lightbourne who expressed his concern with how Canada had been behaving.
But one thing I do know that Canada's been playing quite dirty the whole time, and we do know that they have been spying on us, and in the coaching fraternity, that's a no-no. We're a small nation. We see what's going on. We got a behind closed door match, and they send someone with a drone to watch us. That shows you that they're worried about us.
Yes.
So we managed to shut that down, but that doesn't sit well with me as a coach up against another coach. I don't think myself personally I would ever do that to someone, to another team, out of respect for the game and for myself. So he just poured a lot of fuel onto the fire. And my players are well aware of that. So,
phenomenal swimmer with dual citizenship, Elan Daly, who competes for Canada. On lockdown in Canada since the shutdown in the early stages of the coronavirus outbreak, Daly, who has lived in Canada for 9 years, was one of the youngest members invited to train with Bermuda's Jade Hanna in the Ontario High Performance Centre with several Canadian most elite swimmers. During the show, a walk down memory lane last evening, Kelvin Bummy Simon talked about how he got started playing football.
I got started, I had two brothers, and I got started with them when I was 5 years old. And during that time, the family was staying on St. John's Road, Pembroke, by the Barclay Institute Road. We used to play on this field called the box, called the sports arena. And what's going on up there now? I couldn't believe it. But otherwise than that, my brothers was Norman, and Norman played with Young Man Social Club, and Cleveland played with Western Stars. And during that time, my uncle Gledvin De Silva made me a cricket bat with wood. He couldn't get me out because I think the face of the bat was 6 inches wide. So up until I went to school at Northland, I was always into sport.
Larry Hunt also described his start to football as well.
It's an honor and a pleasure to be here with Mr. Simon. We came up at two different eras, and I started my ball at Southampton Glebe School. From Southampton Glebe School, we went to Sam's, and then after Sam's, I played for some of the junior team. At that time, it was only a junior division. So I played there until I eventually got into the first team, which was some years later. But it was worth the whole time that I had spent like 2.5 years on the bench. And it's unheard of today where guys sitting on the bench for 2 years and not getting a game. And my chance finally came. We had just won the league, I think it was in 65, 66. And deputy coach came Summerson and beat us 6-2. And we played them the following week. Conway made 5 changes, and I was one of those changes and never looked back.
Despite a brave second half showing by Justin Dunawa and his determined Solihull teammates, they fell 2-0 at third place Torquay United last evening. Jonte Smith came off the bench to help Woking FC defeat Wellstone 1-0. The Professional Golf Association Stroke Play Championships continued at the Tucker Point Golf Club. Dwayne Pearman remains the leader after his even par second round to remain at 1 over par, while Chaka De Silva joins him at 1 over par after his second round 1 under par 69. Scott Roy is in third. He shot a second round 1 over par 71 to come off the golf course at 2 over par. Meanwhile, Daniel Augustus concluded competing on the APGA Tour at the World Golf Village in St. Augustine, Florida. Augustus started the day in third place, but a second and final round, 6 over par 78, saw Augustus finish tied 15th at 4 over par. Augustus' second round saw him card 2 birdies, 10 pars, 4 bogeys, and 2 double bogeys. The committee members of the former Cup Match Players and Officials Association are requesting that all former players and officials provide their details to the association. Your details will be used to help construct and maintain a database of former players and officials, which will allow the association to 1. Inform you of upcoming events, 2. Supply you invitational for events, 3. Recognize milestones and achievements, and 4. For other informational purposes. Lizzie Medeiros and her Berry College equestrian teammates continued their trip to Lynchburg, Virginia to compete against the University of Lynchburg. In the Hunt Seat competition against the University of Lynchburg, Medeiros was one of 3 riders who gained a point on the flat, with Medeiros also taking a point in the over fences, giving Berry a 4-2 victory. Medeiros was named the most outstanding rider on the flat. A day after bringing you the update at Cross Island, preparing for the hundreds, if not thousands of fans over the 2 days of the SailGP event, today we bring you the news that the Danish helm, Nicola Hestad, revealed that an all-star crew consisting of Olympic medalists, world champions, and round-the-world racers will fly the Danish flag at the Global Race League in 2021-2022. And that's a look at this Wednesday, March 28th edition of the Islandstats Sports Brief. I'm Earl Basley.